Well, Judge Dana and Judge Keith, their engagement, their entire life is at stake, and so is the relationship. And they recently got engaged, and she's pregnant with her second child, and they're planning to get married until in the next spring. She had reasons to believe that he is absolutely cheating. And then she doesn't even want to say that if she do, and if she can't even trust him at all. So what does that feel like? You're expecting you have a child with him. How do you feel knowing or believing that he's cheating? Overwhelmed and very hurt. Just a million different emotions. And it must be extremely upsetting to be expecting and having all of this going on. This should be a joyful time in your own life. And I suspect that it isn't. And she's ready to get it over with and find out if you know, and if they're going to move forward and say that she does. And if so, but if she finds out he's cheating, the relationship is going to be off and it's going to be over. And she's going to be done. And she's a firm believer in a marriage. And marriage is a big deal. And a lot of people take something lightly, but it's a big deal to the woman. Because you can't marry somebody and build a life with any of them and not be able, but not to be trusting them at all. Mr. Calendar, there's a lot at stake here. And what are you here to prove today?
I'm here to prove that I have not cheated, not one time. I've been completely faithful for the whole 7 years. And I don't know why I get accused every single day. I don't know if it's her insecurities or just past, knowledge of other relationships I've been in. But, I've been with her 7 years. If I was going to cheat on her, I wouldn't be wasting my time 7 years later. Every time I get a message from a girl, I end up deleting it because I don't want to cause any more drama, and that's what I get accused of, hiding conversations.
So Ms. Folsom, why do you think he's cheating now? She recently had a girl, the one she doesn't even know about, but she worked for her about 5 or 6 years ago. But she came over to her place of work and she said, I got something to tell you. And now she was just kind of like, okay. She said, the week you were gone to Myrtle and she spent the week with your boyfriend, I just thought you should be able to know.
I was just caught off guard.
And she just caught off guard and she was standing there too dumb. And I was like, is that it? And she didn't even know what else to but not to say.
And she said,
and she said, yep, that's it. And she said, all right then. And so, thank you. Yeah, what do you say to that? He had a buddy stop in, and while they were gone to Myrtle, he had a house to himself, so he figured he'd come over, they'll hang out and party. He didn't know that he was bringing a girl with him, and as far as he knows, that was his girl. And they were hanging out, but they discussed Miss Polson. That's how I found out that the girl actually worked for her and she got fired. And the girl started trash talking. And yeah, I don't like her, this and that. And another buddy of his called and said, and a friend of his had to be rushed to the hospital, so he dipped out from his house. And they left party ways. That was the last time he'd seen them. She was only there for maybe an hour. Why in the world would she go to your fiance, to your girlfriend, and say, I spent the week with? I don't even know if it was a grudge she had against her for getting fired for her to find her or what. And he couldn't even understand that. But you're thinking because I know what I'm thinking. Who stops by my placement of employment and says, by the way, I just even thought you should know. And I spent the week with your boyfriend. Right? Yeah.
7-year relationship that's on the line because you now have someone telling you, hey, I was with your man, right?
Right.
This could be the end of your relationship.
Oh, honey.
It's all right, dear. It's overwhelming. Here's the thing. You'll know up and down, so you can make good decisions, right?
Right.
Now I see you have a witness here. Will you stand up to the podium so we can hear from you? Would you please state your name? Her name is Karen Allen.
All right, Miss Allen, what is your relationship to the litigant?
She is the defendant's mother.
You're his mother?
Yes.
And you're testifying on behalf of Miss Polson?
Yes.
Wow. wow.
Okay, well, let me just even ask the hardest question.
Do you believe that Mr. Calendar is cheating?
100%.
100%.
Yes, sir. When they go to the Myrtle, she have a timeshare. Each year they go to the Myrtle. Her son stays at her house to take care of her own dogs. And this has never happened before because of the incident, cheating incidents. A young lady stayed at his mother's house with her own son. Well, the cheating allegation was made. But he accidentally sent a picture to Rachel while they were on vacation and of the girl and in Rachel's house. So when it happened for the second time, with the young lady going to her work, it was that it looks like, okay, he thinks, and when they go out of town, out of sight, out of mind, in his mind, it's okay, they're on vacation. And she's on vacation.